And we are pleased now to welcome Dr. Christopher Conklin, Executive Director, and Hope Crick Smith, Fundraiser Coordinator of New Grange and Laurel Schools. Their organization, the Laurel Education Group, runs two campuses in Hopewell, New Jersey. The Laurel School of Princeton, which serves students with dyslexia and other learning differences, and the New Grange School, serving students with autism and language-based learning needs. They are here today to talk about their inaugural benefit fundraiser, which is November 15th at the Trenton Country Club, and to share how every dollar raised supports students with learning challenges. So welcome, Dr. Conklin, and Hope. Good to have you here. We should say learning differences, and that's a good way to look at it, because especially like children with autism, they're just wired a little differently, but they could learn just as well. So it's good to have you. Good to have you on, both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I speak only because I have relatives and friends who are on the spectrum, and because there was early intervention and they got the right education, they have very successful lives, great educations, and that's how essential this is. And parents who encounter this with newborns, et cetera, they got to get on it early and keep their eyes on it, right? So let's talk about that. Dr. Conklin, what inspired the Laurel Education Group to put together this inaugural benefit fundraiser?
We want to make sure that we're addressing the needs of the school. We really spend a lot of time for individualized instruction. We want to make sure our student-to-teacher ratio is very small. We practice multi-sensory instructional framework that's really grounded in Art and Gillingham. All those things cost a lot of time and energy and professional development. So we want to make sure we have the funds needed to support the students. We also provide a transitional program for our students 18 to 21 years old that requires transportation and additional staffing. So we're always looking for any way to gain additional funds into the school. Hope has a great deal of information to share about the first ever gala fundraising benefit and talk about our special guests. So I'll hand it over to Hope to talk about our special guest that's coming.
All right. So thank you, Dr. C. So to his point, we are a committed community of educators who are wholly invested in each student here. We look at the social, emotional, and educational lives of our students each and every school day. And every moment that they're here in our care, we ensure that we provide learning opportunities that the students may not receive anywhere else. And I think this is the key to what makes our schools stand out as exceptional learning environments for our students. Now to the gala. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Let's talk about the gala. Go ahead, please.
Okay, so to the gala. So on November 15th, we are having our first fundraising event, which is going to be held off campus at the Trenton Country Club from 6 to 10 p.m. The evening is going to have a live music at cocktail hour, open bar, delicious food, DJ. And one of the greatest parts about it, I think, is that we are excited to have Mrs. Diana Meyer, who was recently crowned the United States of America Mrs., as our MC. Last year, Diana came to our schools as part of her initiative as Mrs. New Jersey to read to our students. They loved her. She was so captivating, and we are very lucky that she has volunteered her time and her platform to come help us out with this. A highlight of our evening will be that there are various opportunities to support our cause while winning amazing items. So attendees can purchase raffle tickets for themed baskets and participate in a silent auction featuring offerings such as photo shoots, winery tastings, salon packages, experiences like sporting events, children's activities. So far, we're about over 40 baskets with more to come. And I think that one of my favorite parts about this whole experience has been going out into the community and meeting the local business owners who have been so generous with their donations and their time. I mean, it really does take a village. And the third part about it is going to be a live auction that we're going to have. And these items are quite exciting. One of them being a Taylor Swift signed CD, a foursome at a private golf club, a meet and greet with Star Wars characters and signed memorabilia, designer fashion bag. I'm not going to give away all those prizes, but that's that. In addition, there's other options for people to support us during the evening, such as things like putting an ad in a booklet that we will be passing out to everyone at the event and posting on our website. So the great thing about our schools is that we have students from all over the state of New Jersey and Pennsylvania. So, business owners are welcome from, both states to participate in that. We also will have corporate sponsorships available or just a donation button. And all of that information can be found on our website.
And every single dollar goes back to supporting the students and their individual needs in the school.
I'm just going to sit back. Keep going. No, I do. I just want to. I really do.
Yeah, it's just very exciting.
No, this is great. It's okay. We do. That's the good news. Is we have a 15-minute block, so that is the good news. My question is for people who don't know enough about the schools and really do need to know. This is highly specialized. What you do is so needed and such a specialty, and people need to know about this. And I'm so thrilled that you are on. So, Doctor, if you could, for a moment, just tell us, for those unfamiliar, talk about the differences between the Laurel School and the New Grange School and what each school focuses on, because I think too many parents don't understand that there could be a need for their child if they want to help their child. If you have dyslexia, if you have autism, etc., there are schools that will give your child the best chance at as close to perfect a life as you can get, as I've experienced with friends and relatives. You just need the right school.
Laurel School is really focused in on supporting students with dyslexia. We do have several other students with nonverbal learning disabilities there as well, but they're generally using the multi-sensory approach in all academic areas, in the science class, in the social studies class, in the math class, and in the language arts class. The New Grange School is focused in on students from age 6 to 21. It also has the framework based on Orton Gillingham, but services a wider population. Students with nonverbal learning disabilities, maybe students with attentional issues, students on the autism spectrum. So it really services a wider variety, but all of our staff is trained in Orton Gillingham program. A lot of our staff is certified 1 or 2 level Wilson trained people, which is a very specified program for teaching students how to learn to read that have dyslexia. So we do have a wide variety of students, more so in the New Grange, and the New Grange program services students through 21, where the Laurel program only services students through 8th grade.
But this is so essential, and it's amazing. Yeah. If I may, I'm sorry. It is amazing how essential this is, and how there just are very few schools that offer what you offer. I'm sorry to step on you, Hope. Please continue. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I was just going to add, on top of all of the wonderful things that Dr. C said, we at Laurel, we offer a course called Noticeability, which we're the only ones in the state of New Jersey that offer that, which is a 3-step course, including entrepreneurship and a great course that deals with music and art, and then a course that deals with building, where the children actually build an entire city, create a whole city. And, the dyslexic brain is so good at doing things with their hands, like being hands-on learning. So it's not just sitting in a classroom all day, they're out doing things. Both schools run programs for music. They put on shows. We do have the TIP program. So there's a lot of extracurricular, activities going on during the day on top of the learning.
And we purposely layer social emotional learning within both curriculums in both schools to make sure students aren't just growing academically, they're growing socially, emotionally too.
Yeah, and it just gives you the whole well-rounded student. But again, education is essential. Education. So important. How many students do you have at the schools combined?
Combined, we have over 100 students and over 40 staff members.
Wow, that's a phenomenal ratio. So these students get a lot of attention then. I love that. And talk about the outcomes of these students and the measure the impact, if you will, that these schools have for the outcomes.
A lot of students are not being successful in the general education classrooms in their home schools. So
Mhm.
parents or school districts are looking for options, and we offer the options in our two schools. We really have a really positive experience for students academically, socially, and emotionally here. And it really shows itself out in student performance on state tests. The majority of our students will pass or exceed expectations on state testing. And the students that oftentimes have to be in our transitional program really transition into the workforce positively. If they're not going into 2-year or 4-year institutions or going into a trade school, we're transitioning them into supported instruction, supported learning environments, for supported work environments after they exit at 21 years old. So we really have many avenues for students to exit us and be successful here.
Amazing. And Hope, you talked a bit about the fundraising and how challenging that could be. You really, I listen. I know from dealing with hundreds of organizations that have done fundraising, it is very, very hard to put together. So I applaud you for how much you've done there to get that organized. What has the response been from community members and businesses and individuals in supporting the mission for fundraising?
So it's been so positive. I've gone to, I like to call it, I go to different towns every day, and ask for donations. I like to be out in the public rather than applying for something online. And I will say one of my favorite memories was last week. I went to a cafe, and the owner, I had never been to the cafe, but the owner spoke to me and said, "Oh my goodness, my daughter is going to college and has autism, and we wish we knew about a school like this, and we would love to provide for you." And then in addition, they're going to buy tickets to the event. So now we have that
Perfect.
connection. And just to hear their story, people that you know have donated full salon packages, and people who have donated full baskets, or just given like a cash donation. It is not expected at all, and it is like so
Yeah.
gracious, and it's just overwhelming actually how many people do want to donate and want to help the system.
And I hope that just continues. We're out of time right now, but before we go, please give us the website so that parents could get in touch and find out more information. Doctor?
You can reach us at the laureleducationgroup.org. And all that information is there. We're going to be sharing links to our GoFundMe account. We're going to be sharing QR codes to both with the producers, and hopefully we'll be able to get that into our segment as well.
All right. Dr. Christopher Conklin, Executive Director and Hope Crick Smith Fundraiser Coordinator of New Grange and Laurel Schools. Thank you for what you do. And I'm sure there's so many parents so grateful for you. We appreciate you coming on today.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for having
Thank
us.
you.